Yeah, hello. How you doing? Well, I guess you gone. Hello, how you doing? Oh, nothing happening here in Alabama, man. I just woke up, just getting woke up, getting ready to get my day started, and getting ready to start getting stuff done. How you doing, brother? Oh, you just north of Huntsville. Yeah, yeah. Up there around Redstone Arsenal, or where it used to be. I don't even know if Redstone Arsenal is still operational or not. But you're up there by Lookout Mountain. Yeah, I'm familiar with where you are. Hello? Well, that's pretty good. FBI coming in there, they're going to drive out the Klan and everybody else. Because the Klan has controlled that area for long enough. I'm down in the bottom part of Alabama, down here by Dog River, about as far south as you can get, as far as Alabama goes. I'm right next door to the Mississippi State line. I am right. If you look up Dog River, I am right on Dog River. That's where I'm at, the mouth of Mobile Bay. When all the hurricanes come in, that's where they come in at, the mouth of Mobile Bay. And that's right where I live. Yeah, yeah, there's plenty of good fishing, especially if you like my favorite is speckled trout. You know, we call them specks for short, but they the prettiest fish in the water. They got speckled a lot of speckled trout. Got a lot of white trout, ground mullet, redfish, red snapper, catfish. We got mud cat. We got steelhead cat. We got channel cat. Uh, we got crab galore. We got plenty of blue crab. I eat crab so much I ought to have crab coming out my ears. I have had crab every way you could fix it. uh, let's see what else we got. We got brim, we got croaker, we got bluegill. We got them all pretty much. Yeah, y'all got pretty much the same thing we do. You know, we got a lot of crappie and other fish going on, but that's about it. Uh, those are our main fish that we have, of course. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm sharpening my knives. I like to keep my knives razor sharp. Yeah, you got that right. Next thing I'm gonna buy is a Japanese water stone. Oh, it's a water stone. I try to keep this knife razor sharp. The sharper you keep it, the better it performs. Just like a good woman. Yep. I do 8 times on each side. Then I strop it with a piece of leather. Get all the birds off of it. There we go. That's good enough. Right now, anyway. Yeah, I do a lot of fishing in back of my house, back yonder. I go back there and walk through the woods and go fishing, catch me a mess of crappie or a mess of bluegill, and have fresh fish and grits for breakfast. What goes on in a normal day down your way? Well, I'm disabled and I've had a couple of strokes, so um, my day is pretty much limited. Oh yeah, we got wild hogs. Yep, we got boar running around here like they own the place. And they got this little stone here. Did a little fine little edge work on it. Shit, I accidentally deleted that damn message. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Uh, yeah, I do a little woodwork, a little carving, little gardening, and keep me a few tomatoes and yeah, that's sharp enough. It'll cut the hair, so that's good enough. Then I run it. Well, I don't run nowhere, but I go out in the woods, and I'll sit down and find me a spot to sit down, and I'll get me a small fire started and cook me something to eat, and maybe have me a cup of coffee out there, and then make sure the fire's out, and then I come home. That's about it. My gardening, I grow a lot of tomatoes, and I usually have 20 tomato plants growing every year, and then I have collards and turnips and maybe some bell peppers and jalapenos, and that's about it. But just enough to keep me busy, playing in the garden, getting out there, picking out the monkey grass and piddling in the garden, and just where I break a little sweat. And then when I start sweating, I come inside and have me a cold drink of soda pop, or have me an Old Duels, that alcohol-free beer. Oh, I love them. I love them Old Duels, man. Them things are good. Yeah, but that's pretty much consists of my day. Hey, kitty cat. Ow. If it's wintertime, I don't do nothing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's wintertime, I don't do shit. Except try to stay warm. I sit out here in my shop, and I piddle, and speaking of, I gotta find the damn I gotta find another damn selfie stick. My cat broke the other end that holds the phone. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with this part. I mean, it still works, but my damn cat broke the part that screws onto here, that holds the camera. So I gotta figure out some kind of way, or go get me another selfie stick. Well, what kind of work I did before I came disabled? Well, I was in the military, and then I worked for UPS, and then UPS was the last job I had. And get out of here, cat! Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here before I slap the shit out of you. And then UPS was the last one I had. I was a loader. I had 4 sets, and each set consisted of 4 trucks. So I had 20 trucks I had to load every morning, and they had to be loaded the correct way. They couldn't just be thrown in there. I mean, they had to be loaded according to their number. So the driver, would, as he pulled up on his route, he could just grab a package and go and not have to hunt for it. That way he wouldn't be having to backtrack and so forth. Yeah, I'm a disabled combat veteran too. Your son's in the Army. Hey, man, you don't have to thank me for doing that. You know what? I'd do that all over again. Uh, if she ever required it of me, I'd respond to the call again and do it for free. Uh, but yeah, your son's in the Army, man. Good man. Thank him for his service. I know you worry about him too, but I can tell you from experience, don't worry about him. He's well trained. He's well trained. The only thing you have to look out for, I found in the military, is the idiots around you. As long as you know what your job is and you're doing your job to the best of your ability and doing it not for attaboys or not for getting pat on the backs or whatever. But as long as you know you're doing your job right and you're doing it to the best of your ability, all you got to worry about for is them idiots around you making sure that they doing their job. Because their job is watching your six. In any combat situation. I don't know if your son is, saw any action or if he's been deployed. Get out of here, cat. Get. Please go. There you go. I hope he hadn't had to see no action, but that's the only hard part about the military, man, is when you combat soldiers. Is making sure that everybody around do the job. Something even better too. As long as you know how to do your job, you need to know how to do 2 or 3 other jobs too. You need to know how to do them people around you. You need to know how to do their job too. So in case their dumbass gets shot or steps on an IED or gets fucked up, you got to be able to do his job and your job. So you got to be well rounded. You can't just be trained just for one MOS. Yep. Well, yeah. Well, see, you had an advantage. You knew he wanted to go in before he actually went in, before he made that life-altering decision, because that's exactly what it is. But so you had plenty of time to teach him to be responsible and to teach him how to do his job, to teach him to do his job right, and to teach him to make sure that he comes home every night. At the end of the day. And you had plenty of time to teach him to watch his six and make sure that, he did his job right. And I am sure that you being a former police officer, I am sure that he was well disciplined. So that wasn't nothing new to him when he went in the military. Good. You know what? You just said something that he left 2 weeks after he graduated. I think now it's just my personal opinion, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. But I feel like that military service ought to be mandatory for everybody, male and female alike. Upon graduation of high school, everybody should be mandated to at least do one hitch in any branch they choose, but you must do service and you must do one hitch. Ain't nothing. Well, I don't feel like doing this. I want to go home. Ain't none of that bullshit. You gotta suck it up, man up, do your job, learn how to be a man, learn how to be a woman, and learn some responsibility, because that's two things that the military teaches you well. That's discipline and responsibility. And if they have trouble teaching there one of them two, they'll kick your ass out of there. I was 0331. I got out. When I got out, I was an E6. I was a sergeant. I was a supervisor. But I was a saw gunner. I was a 0331. I was a saw gunner. That was my job. And we did, we primarily, well, my job was to lay down fire so that my troops could move, without being fired upon. But we mostly did room clearing or house clearing, and my job was to go in first, kick in the door and just spray the whole house, spray the whole room. That was my job. Well, I came back in one piece, I didn't come back like I left, but I came back, and I came back in one piece. I came back fucked up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen a bunch of shit over there that no human being should ever have to see. And there's not enough people around to talk about that shit, but when you see how far when you see how far when you see how low the human mind can go and get, it's I'm sorry, but it does something to you, man, and it fucks you up for the rest of your life. You got to be a strong some bitch to deal with that shit. To be able to come home and hold your loved ones and go to sleep at night. You got to be strong. But it's a hell of a thing, man, to have to see that shit and then come home and deal with it. It's like trying to turn the switch off and on. You can't just cut that switch off and go from killing to not killing. And killing's your job. That's what you got paid to do. You got paid every month to kill folks. But I'm sorry to get all emotional on you. I apologize. I don't mean that. But every time I think about that, it just fucks me up, man. I've been dealing with PTSD for years, and it still ain't got easy. It still ain't easy enough. I still have to. Well, I ain't taking no medication because all the VA wants to do is give me fucking medicine to keep me like a fucking zombie, and I'm not gonna do that, man. All I want to do, I don't know about you, but all I want to do, since I have PTSD, all I want to do is just be left the fuck alone. I don't want to be bothered with nobody. I want you to leave me alone, stay out of my way, and don't bother me. Just don't upset the apple cart. I got a set routine of shit that I do every day. I do the same thing every day in the same exact order. And if that gets thrown out of kilter, I go into fucking panic mode, and I go crazy. I just want to be left alone. That's why so many people, I guess so many people don't like me or whatever, because I sound like an asshole or I act like an asshole, but I just want to be left alone, man. I don't fuck with nobody. I get on this YouTube and I play around and probably I probably have more memories, if I'd be real nice and be like a fucking snowflake and be real considerable of other people's feelings and kiss everybody's ass, but I ain't that kind of person. I'm the type of person, if you don't like me, if you don't like my channel, and you don't like what I'm saying, then fuck you, kiss my ass. Get the fuck on, go somewhere else. You know? You don't know what I've been through. Man, I suffer with PTSD. I've seen shit and lived through shit and done shit that no motherfucker in the world ought to ever have to do. So don't judge me. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's all I ask. People that suffer from PTSD, if they ain't on meds like me, which I probably should be, because I'd be a whole lot less dangerous, but I just want to be left alone. Don't bother me. Don't fuck with me. I hate to get pulled over. Excuse me for saying this, but I hate to be driving down the road and get pulled over by the police. I fucking hate that because I know my whole day is going to be fucked up from then on. It ain't necessarily his fault, unless he's an asshole. And then I let him know he's an asshole. First thing I tell a police officer, I said, look, man, I'm a fucking disabled combat veteran and I got PTSD, so let's not have no problems. And most of the time, most of them will tell me, Mr. Meyer, I'm sorry for pulling you over. I'm sorry for bothering you. You have a nice day. Watch your speed. Because that's about the only thing I do. I might go a little fast, in my car. Because I got one of them Dodge Durango, one of them SRTs, one of them super fast motherfuckers. It might get a little heavy for it. It might go a couple 100-mile an hour in it, but that's about all I do. I don't even drink, for fear of fucking somebody up, But are you still there, or am I talking to myself? Hello? That's all. Well, the cops around here, they know me now, and they just consider the source. When they see me and they know I'm involved, they generally just leave me the fuck alone and let me go about my own way. They just let me go home or let me go where it is I'm going to. I may go to, about the only place I go is Lowe's or Walmart. I don't go to bars. I don't go to nowhere else. I don't hang out. I don't go no cross burnings and none of that bullshit. Most of the time when a cop pulls me over and they see that it's me, they recognize my car. It's like, oh, hey, Mr. Meyer, how you doing? And most of the time I just tell them, fuck you. But they know that they're going to get that kind of response. And so they just laugh, like you say. They just laugh and they'd be like, Mr. Meyer, just take it easy on that speed. I know you're going to Walmart. I know you're going to Lowe's. I know you're going to one of them. But be careful. They'll be open. They'll be there when you get there. I ain't got nothing against cops. Matter of fact, when I was out there in California, I was at work. I worked for UPS out in California. So now I got a pretty good retirement, plus my disability. It was a cop, believe it or not, there was a cop down there in Tenderloin. And I had to walk through the middle of Tenderloin, which is the roughest section of San Francisco, California. It's called the Tenderloin. The TL is what the young folk call it. But I was going through there, and I had my sidearm on, and I had I had a neck knife, and I had this knife on, and I had my sidearm, which I'm licensed to carry. And I seen this cop, man, he was about to start getting his ass whooped. And he looked at me. He knew who I was. He saw me coming. And I come running full bore, buddy. And when I ran right into that fella and knocked him down. And I fell down on top of him. I took my sidearm out and I put it up under his chin. I said, if you move, you die. And that cop just didn't do nothing but handcuff him. Once he got him handcuffed, I holstered my sidearm and stood up. He looked at me, said, thank you, and then he said, please don't tell nobody about this. And I just walked on the left and went on my way. But down here in Alabama, man, things are just kind of slow. I was born here, but I left here when I was young. I took off and I went into the military, and then after that, yeah, it's good to meet you too, man. Miss Hall, my name's Keith, by the way. I understand you got to go get you some breakfast. We down here we call them restaurants. On the radio they call them choking pukes. Get something stuffed down your neck for breakfast, and you don't want to piss off a wife. You got to make sure she's happy and she ain't hungry. Roll Tide, Sean. Yeah, good meeting you, man. You ever do a live stream, man? Make sure you invite me, brother. I'll come show you some support. But I think I'm thinking to shut this thing down and go for a walk out here in the woods. Maybe walk my dog a little bit. But everybody on here, God bless you. Have a good day. Try to go through life without pissing somebody off today. Take care.